Good afternoon and welcome to the post-game press conference here at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Australia beating Belgium tonight 86-69 in the quarterfinals. We are joined by Coach Valérie Desmarais and player number 25, Becky Massey. Becky, we're going to open it up to you with a few comments, please, in English.
I think we weren't tough enough, like we've shown before. But if I look back to the tournament, I'm still proud of this team, and I think we can aim to an interesting future where we aim for bigger goals, even medals, to be honest.
Perfect. And Coach Valérie?
Moi, je suis un peu déçu de la première mi-temps. Je ne sais pas si c'est l'absence d'Emma ou quoi. On n'a pas été dans l'intensité suffisante pour gagner un quart de finale de Coupe du Monde.
I'm quite disappointed with the first half. I don't really know why, if it's the absence of Emma or something else, but we didn't put the intensity necessary to win the quarterfinals.
Mais je pense que notre équipe est jeune, sans Emma, pas trop expérimentée. Ça va nous servir pour le futur championnat d'Europe si on arrive à se qualifier.
But I think that our team is young and less experimented without Emma. But all of this experience at the Women's Basketball World Cup this year will be used towards the Euros if we manage to qualify.
Thank you, Coach. And now we are going to open the floor. Please raise your hand, state your name and your affiliation. And just a reminder, questions will be in English to start. And questions for Becky first, please. Yeah, we'll start with questions for Becky. If not, we'll go straight to Coach.
Hey, Becky, Jasper from Hey. It felt like the Australian tall options, and you guys worked really hard tonight. What did you make of their performances, particularly Lauren Jackson?
I think Australia's tough. They inside they're tall. They use their like muscles and stuff very good. Like they can shoot from the three-pointer. So it's like if you help, you can't help too much. But then also if you can't help, then yeah, it's like you have to communicate very well. So I think they did a very good job. And yeah, it's very nice for me as a young player to play against, because it's not every day that you get the chance to play against those experienced players, and Jackson in particular as well. Like, I wasn't around when she was like in her, in her spike, you know. But to play against her and see where she has come from and what she's been doing throughout her career, it's very nice to play against and learn from what she's doing and just look at every experienced player on the court.
We'll open up questions for Coach.
Hi, Evan Harding, FIBA World Basketball. Coach, obviously, as you said, losing Emma really hurt. And you've seen a few of the next generation step up, like Chiara and Maxwell and Becky here. What have you learned about these players that will help you going forward?
En gros, qu'est-ce que je dois faire pour que cette génération progresse, c'est ça?
Ouais, c'est ça.
Ok. Bah d'abord, beaucoup travailler à l'entraînement et puis apprendre de ses erreurs. Parce que ce soir, on a quand même fait beaucoup d'erreurs. Mais en première mi-temps, j'ai pas la mobilité que j'ai d'habitude en défense de cette équipe. Donc, quand on est battu par la taille ce soir et qu'on n'a pas la vitesse en défense, tout devient compliqué. Donc, je pense que ces jeunes joueuses, elles vont beaucoup apprendre. Nous avions 6 nouvelles joueuses sur ce tournoi. Mais je pense qu'on a un bon groupe, on va continuer à bien travailler et à progresser.
What we kind of took away from this tournament was that we need to work hard, learn from the mistakes made tonight and at maybe other games. In the first half, we didn't have the mobility. We were beaten by the height today, and when you don't have as well the speed to catch up in defense, makes it all over harder. With these young players, they learned a lot during this World Cup. We had 6 new players before the tournament, and they'll learn from today and from the tournament itself.
Any other questions for Becky or Coach? Yes, we can move on to French questions now.
Bonjour, Quentin Finet de la dernière heure. Coach, vous avez parlé du problème. Vous avez parlé du problème du manque d'intensité dans le début de match. Est-ce que c'est une question physique avec le grand enchaînement de matchs d'une Coupe du Monde? Est-ce que c'est une question mentale?
Je pense pas. Je pense que c'est une question mentale parce qu'en deuxième mi-temps, on a été beaucoup plus mobile, beaucoup plus agressif. Non, c'est simplement qu'un quart de finale, c'est une étape très importante dans les grands tournois, que ce soit un championnat d'Europe, championnat du monde, Jeux Olympiques, et que ces grands rendez-vous-là, il faut être dans l'intensité 40 minutes, quoi.
Do we have any more questions for either Becky or Coach in French or English? If not, that will conclude the first part of our post-game press conference here at the quarterfinals. Australia beating Belgium 86-69. Thank you, guys.
Merci.
Thank you.
Tout de suite.
Hello and welcome back to the second part of the post-game press conference. Australia beating Belgium 86-69 in the quarterfinals of this year's FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. We are joined by Coach Sandy Rondello and Kayla George. Kayla, can you open it up with a few comments for us, please?
Yep, sure. That was a really great win for us. It's been a great lead up to this tournament, and we're really excited to be in the position that we're in. We've got a really tight-knit group, and we're looking forward to tomorrow night's game. It'll be a really physical one.
Coach Rondello?
Yeah, concur. Number of things. Just always, these games are always, obviously tough, and that's the one you want to get through, and you get opportunity to try and get back on the podium. And, I think we're building really good momentum with each game. You see the chemistry that we got. We still have some moments here, but other people step up, and Kayla was massive for us tonight, to help us get that win. But we get contributions from so many different people, and I thought Lauren had a really solid night tonight against the Bigs.
Great, and we'll open it up for those of you that have any questions.
Kayla, Roy Ward from The Age. How you going?
Hi.
At the end of the France game, walking off the court, could you picture this group would be where you are right now, and what do you think has turned things around?
I certainly could picture where we are right now, because we're such a tight-knit group and we bounce back really well and we have each other's back. So obviously there was a bit of work to go before that, but that wasn't a great post-game feeling, and I don't think any of us wanted to feel that again, and I guess we made sure we haven't.
Hey Kayla, Jasper from AAP. The last time you guys met China, it ended in pretty controversial circumstances. What are your memories of that game, and is there a score to settle with the Chinese team?
What do you reckon my memories are of that game? Not very nice, happy thoughts thinking about that game from the Olympics last year. But they're a really tough team. They are playing really great basketball. So, it's going to be a really big challenge for us, but I think we're up for it, and just trying to put last year behind us and move forward, because we're in the now and we're playing really great basketball. We've got each other's backs, like I said before, and it's not really a comparable year, to be honest.
Kane Pittman, ESPN. Kayla, I'm going to you as well. I've already asked Sandy this question before, or a similar one, but between yourself, Ezzy, Tolo, Sarah, the jobs have changed. You're starting, coming off the bench, and all four of you have just continuously, arguably, played your best basketball as the role has changed. What do you think that's put down to?
This is my favourite team to play for, so whatever Sandy requires of me is what I'll do. So whether that's starting, whether that's coming off the bench, whether that's just go out and rebound, don't shoot the ball, which is actually, she's never said that, don't shoot the ball. Not sure why I had to say that. But whatever is required of me to help us win, that's what I'll do. And I think that's what we all feel. And so that's Opal's basketball.
Hi, Paul from FIBA. Sandy, I think the experience in your team might be a bit of a difference maker maybe tomorrow. China have got a lot of younger players. Do you want to talk about the importance of those guys, because we really are in the crunch time now?
Yeah, look, I think China, they spend so much time together, so you see the chemistry that they have. I think their individual players have improved every year that I've seen them over my tenure as Opal's coach, and they're very versatile. So they're a tough team, but I suppose we do have more experience, but they beat us last year. So, I think it's more the moment, and they play with a lot of confidence. I thought France gave everything to them. I didn't watch the whole game, but I think they gave them a fair crack at it, but China just withstand it. So we're going to have to play our best game, and that's to win, because they are really, really good, but so are we. And so I think it all comes down to who executes the scout to the best of their ability and can make some shots in those big moments. So, I'm just excited to have another opportunity to, play in a semi-final game, and I know it's going to be a great one, because the crowd should be pretty full and probably pretty even.
Hi, Sandy. Evan Harding from from FIBA World Basketball. Going for a job somewhere. No, so there's a bit of talk before the tournament especially that maybe the squad was a bit big. But you've obviously got through this far. How do you see that playing into the game tomorrow?
Geez, I need to read more articles. That's why I don't read much, though. Yeah, we are big, but we thought that was going to be our strength, and it certainly has. I think it helped today. You know, Tolo started well, and Kayla came in, was great, and Lauren, we had that dominance, and Darcy's been really, really solid for us. But it's really hard to play 5 post players, but we do have a lot of depth there. You know, we try to pick the best team that we thought had the most versatility, but we could cover each other, and you know, I think, you know, Christy Wallace gives us that speed component, but we've got experienced players that play well together. Yeah, I don't read into what other people think because they're actually not in the mix of it. What do they know?
Sandy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you guys are reporters. Sorry. Take it with a grain of salt. Love you.
Sandy, you're going to write a really good story about Sarah tonight. What did you think of her? She looked super aggressive to start the game. Scoring, when you were trying to work your way into the game, that was not typically what she's done throughout this tournament. Did you see anything different from her?
Yeah, look, Sarah, you know, I mean, just play your role. Just let the game come to you. Your job is to play defence, you know, run the floor, you know, get some rebounds and take what defence gives you. And tonight she had a small player on her. So, you know, early in the game we're trying to exploit that mismatch. And I think she did a fantastic job of that. And then that was good, the confidence, especially with Beck Allen out. I think if we can get, you know, that was Sarah's best game. If we can continue to build on that, that just, you know, she's a strong body that we could use against the Chinese. So happy for her because she works so hard and she's such a great teammate.
Sorry to ask you about Beck, but I'm just going to quickly. So now that you're down to the final 4, she obviously tried. She was a little bit emotional after the game. Is there a point where, at this point in the tournament, you would take it out of her hands?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll still, like, Beck's still an important part of this team, but, you know, if she can't go, I'm not going to try and force the action because we've got other very, you know, got quality players that can replace her, and Sarah being one of them. And I think Tess Madgen's had some good minutes, and Christy Wallace, and that's what a team is, to have depth going into these kind of tournaments because injuries do happen, unfortunately. And so we'll see in 24 hours. You know, game time decision. We'll see.
Well, we're going to let Coach Brondello and Kayla go ice bath. And that will conclude the end of our post-game press conference. Quarterfinal win for Australia over Belgium, 86-69. Thank you for joining.